Ed, I mean, I don't think, and people they don't give you the credit that you deserve. And I don't think you get the credit that you deserve because people just look at you as a blocker. I said, just for FYI, Ed is faster than his son. He ran a faster 40 than his son. But Ed was so, I mean, I'm like, he
Hello,
blocked.
who? Christian?
Yeah.
Really?
Not today. Just throwing it out there. Ed said not today.
But I think the thing is, Ed, for me, and then watching you to see how you practice, and there are some times that, there are some games, Ed catch one pass, and maybe it bothered him, but you couldn't tell.
Nope. Yep.
And I think that's the thing that I really appreciated, but I think all of us did, because we understood at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, TD's gonna get 25, 30. Now, those other 15, 20 passes, they're going to get divvied up. Maybe you get 6, maybe Rod get 5, I get 4, maybe I get 6, Rod get 5, you get 4, but they're going to get divvied up.
Yep.
And you never ever complained about the numbers of targets or catches or anything like that. What was it about? How were you wired the way you was wired, where it didn't seem to bother you when you have a catch or you have 8 catches?
Well, you just threw a lot of math at me, Shannon. There was, I don't know how many catches I had in there, but I think I had a couple.
Yeah.
But first of all, thanks for putting this together, man, because it's like I never left the locker room. This is what I did. I sat back. I was just kind of quiet, and I observed what was going on, and I was entertained. And I'm thoroughly entertained today. I also want to thank you personally for all the compliments you've given me, because I know, 1, you're honest. 2, you're going to say whatever the hell you want to say. And so when you compliment, it means a little more to me.
Well, thank you.
Because you didn't have to say what you said, right? You said, like, you should have been a first-round draft pick or faster than you think, and you never had to say that. No one asked you.
Right.
You volunteered that. I appreciate that.
Appreciate
Man, I sit back and, for me, it was all about the guys in the room, the guys that are in this room and the guys that aren't here. Mobes, Kutztown, small school. I went to high school in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Work ethic, toughness. I knew what I expected out of Mobes, and he proved it on the field. I knew we could count on him. Burns, like, I got to meet him when I got to Denver. I know he wanted to be a starting linebacker. Everyone wants to be a starter. He walked out and became a leader on special teams with a smile on his face every single day.
Yep.
He made me happy just listening to him. Right? I loved when you guys would make fun of people wearing clothes. TD, that was almost wrong of what they did to you your rookie year. You were a 7th-string running back. I remember they must have given you 30 carries in a row against the first-team defense, and I didn't think you'd be able to walk off the field. Yeah. And he went from that. Scout team running back's the worst position in all of football, because the plays are scripted for the defense, and you're running into a brick wall. Never quit, never stop, could barely run. I'm like, this dude's not only is he talented, but he's tough. He's going to be good. Shannon, you're the only player I ever played with that was open every single time he ran a route. I know that. I know that because of what you would tell John when you came back.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah. But hey, workout fiend, diet fiend, chip on the shoulder. You were already good before I got there, but I'm like, I know we can count on you. And then when I saw your banter with John, I'm like, oh yeah, it's on. I get it now. Rod, we came out through it together. I was cut and then a backup. But I'd won Super Bowl, so I'd seen greatness, and I knew what greatness looked like. And greatness looked like the dudes in this room. But Rod and I started as backups. We were having so much fun. That was one of my most fun years ever, just decleating people and having little $5 side bets. And the greatest compliment in the world is when Coach Shanahan would rewind the film and show us knocking somebody down away from the play. Had nothing to do with it, but that was so much damn fun. Romo, completely psychotic. We know that, right? But you know what? He did play. Every single thing he did was to be the best football player he could be every single day of his life. And he brought in trainers that I used. They helped me become a better athlete. So I appreciate that. And my kids have used some of the trainers that I got introduced to when we were playing back in the day. So it's made a difference in my life. And then this guy, I remember him the first time I played against him when I was with the Giants, and I had to ask my coach 5 times, wait a minute, 27, that's a linebacker, right? No, that's the safety. No, I want to make sure I'm not blocking something. That's not the safety, right? And all that talk about hitting and not hitting, nobody wanted to run into this dude, whether he hit high or low or anything else. The silent assassin, and I remember trying to block him. I'm just grateful he didn't truck me on every play, but I would kind of mirror him, make it look like I was blocking when really he's just looking over me. But you have guys of character like this and work ethic like this. Like the dudes in this room, it's no secret. And I think about it all the time. We should have won 3 in a row. I might disagree. We should have beat Jacksonville. We had one bad, 14-2. We have one bad game. And you look back and there's 2 or 3 plays that we could have controlled in that game. And then we figured out a way to do it. And I was with Coach Kubiak in the weight room the day after that loss. And it's window or aisle.
Right.
Go home. Go home. It's too good for your home. Like, you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
And we were in the weight room, and Coobs leans over to me and says, hey, Eddie, you know how I know we're going to be good? And I'm still in shock from the loss. And he's like, check out the room. We had over half our team lifting weights the day after the Jacksonville loss. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the team. We let this one get away, and there's no guarantee. But I knew it, and I don't know how you stayed quiet for 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl against Green Bay. You didn't give them any bulletin board material, but there was no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
And nobody was happier than we were when Mose knocked down that pass at the end.
Yeah, because we knew he wasn't going to catch it.
We knew it was over. And then the next year, like, there was no doubt we were going to blow the doors off Atlanta. And it's easy to say now we won, but I really believe that.
Yeah.
And I had seen greatness, and I saw it in this room. I see it in you guys, and I saw it with our teams that we had. We had something special.
Yeah. Because I think the thing is, we went to practice. Our job was not letting the ball hit the ground.
Exactly.
And if the ball hit the ground more than probably 2 times, we're going to probably have to go back through that period. Mike didn't play that. There was a level of expectation. I mean, he expected perfection.
Yeah.
That's what he expected. That's how we practiced. It wasn't I'm good with that. And there were times that, the defense might make a mistake, and Greg was like, no, we good. Mike said, no, hell, we not good. Run it again.
Yeah.
No, we want to make sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. And that's, that little tyrant.
I'm going to add this to, when is Mike Shanahan going to be in the Hall of Fame? Because it's kind of ridiculous he's not already in there. But he will get there. We know that. But you can't win without the coach. I came to play for the Broncos because of Mike Shanahan and because of John Elway. I didn't know everybody else.
Yeah.
John's dad had coached me at Stanford. I knew how great John was. I wanted to play for him.
Yep.
And it also is John believing in everyone in this room.
He does.
Not just the offense, the defense, special teams. Ran over to TD during the preseason, right before you had made your name. Right, but John believed in all of us.
He did.
And even in Super Bowl 33, right? I mean, Rod was crushing. You probably could have thrown to Rod every play, the whole game. And then the second half, they start throwing to me. I'm like, what? They tell John to start throwing to me now? Like, you don't need to be throwing. I'm glad you are, but you don't need to. But he trusted anyone. Anyone that was on the field, he believed in them, and he trusted them. And I think that's like, I don't know if John gets enough credit for that. Obviously, everybody knows he had a cannon arm, and he's a Hall of Famer. But his ability to get along with everyone on the team and have them believe that he believed in them.
Yes.
Like, that stuff makes a difference.
It really does. But the one thing you knew, you wasn't taking your ass on that field if you didn't know what the hell you were doing. Period.
Yeah.
That's the guy that I felt like the first person I needed to earn respect was from number 7.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you don't remember the first week I almost botched it, do y'all?
What'd you do?
So, I ain't practiced with John the whole damn camp.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Mike calls me up and says, you're a starting running back.
Right.
We got practice in a few hours. Go to practice. We want to do our first team.
Yeah.
I'm in the huddle with Elway. I think at that time, you 2 were in there too. I'm in the freaking huddle with John Elway. And so they call 18 handoff. First team period. John comes out, gives me the ball, and I fumble the ball. I drop the ball on the ground. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. So I pick the ball up, and, Mike is 40 yards down the field. I jog down to the front, jog down. As I'm coming back, Kubiak is coming. He met John, so he's walking away from the huddle.
Right.
And Coop says, come here. So I jog over to Coop. Coop says, John says you need to give him a bigger pocket. And so I was like, damn. So I get to the huddle. They call up next play. It's a pass play. I'm like, okay, cool. I figure what it is. John goes back. He looks right, looks left. I'm on a check down, 5 yards. He looks at me. Throws the ball to me. You don't remember this?
You drop it.
I dropped the ball. I picked the ball up and I jogged out, whatever, 40 yards down the field. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So Mike calls me over. Mike says, hey, I might determine who's on this team, but John determines who plays. And so I jog back to the huddle again. And a few plays later, I get the ball. I don't botch it up after that. But the first 2 times that this dude gives me the ball, I put the ball on the carpet. I'm like, oh, man.
But you guys know this, and maybe not everyone does, but there were quarterbacks in the league when we played, right, that would have just done this.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have said a word.
So
they would have looked at the head coach
my point,
and just done
he would have
this,
been
right?
like, man, just get
like
him out
that's
of here.
how serious it was. A
Yes.
drop or a fumble, I've seen guys cut over that.
Yes.
Right? And this was earlier in your career, but that speaks volumes about how much he believed in you.
Oh, I'm not the player I am without John.
Yeah.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.